Today's dish is going to be super easy, super flavorful, and I think you and your family will love it. Hi, thanks for joining me today on Susan's Cozy Kitchen. Tonight, only 3 of us are eating dinner together, so I'm only making 3 pieces of chicken. I'm going to turn on the oven to 400 degrees and let that start preheating before I start doing all of this. I just have some spray oil spraying the bottom of my casserole dish, and I'm using a dish that's big enough to hold all 3 pieces without having a lot of room left over. You can see a little bit of salt. Just going to sprinkle a little salt over, a little bit of pepper on each, and then some barbecue sauce. It doesn't matter which barbecue sauce. Whichever one is your favorite is the one you should use. I'm using the original Sweet Baby Ray's. We like that. Use the one that your family enjoys the most. And I want it to give it a hint of barbecue flavor without drowning it in barbecue. About 1 tablespoon per chicken breast, just spreading it over the top, not putting it on the bottom. And there you can see. I always like to add a little bit of oil into the bottom of my frying pan when I'm making bacon. I'm going to be making 6 slices of bacon for the chicken. All right, while the bacon is cooking, I'm going to start slicing my vegetables. Okay, there's the timer. I'll put the chicken in. I've set the timer for 15 minutes on the chicken, but I will check it before that. I'll be cooking the chicken until it is done because I'll just be topping it with everything else and then putting it back under the broiler long enough to melt the cheese. I sliced just over 1/4 of an onion, and now I'm separating the pieces so that I can saute them later and everything will already be pulled apart. Okay, while the bacon finishes cooking and I'm waiting to saute the vegetables, I'm going to shred some cheese. This is a block of Monterey Jack, which is why it's a Monterey chicken. I'm not going to go crazy with cheese. I'm only going to grate maybe 3 ounces, so about 1 ounce of cheese per chicken breast. There's my cheese, and I may or may not use all of it. Some paper towels to drain the bacon on as it gets done. This one looks really good. That's looking good. All right. The chicken's been cooking 12 minutes. I just took a quick look in at it, and it's far from being done. It's not even halfway. You have to adjust your cooking time according to the size of the chicken and whether it's completely thawed, partially thawed, or completely frozen. Okay, the bacon has finished cooking, and I've dipped out all but a couple of tablespoons of the bacon grease because I want that to flavor my vegetables. I could have poured it all out, wiped it out, melted butter, but why do that when you have these wonderful bacon drippings that you can use? So, in all of this goes. Get that started. Oh yeah, isn't that lovely? Okay, and I have 8 ounces of white sliced mushrooms. I'm only going to use about half of this And then I'll use the other half to make an open face sandwich with tomorrow. And you can see that recipe right up here if you have not already seen it. It's delicious. I'll just be using half of everything. All right, so there's half the mushrooms. Okay, seal these back up and back into the refrigerator they'll go for overnight. Lunch tomorrow. All right, the timer just beeped. I checked the chicken. It is not done yet. I've set the timer for another 10 minutes and hopefully by that point it will be ready. I'll let you know. Okay, the chicken is almost finished. It's right at 160 degrees. But a lot of the barbecue sauce that I was cooking on top of it kind of melted off to the side and ended up down in the bottom. So I did pour out a lot of the juice that was in the bottom of the chicken, and then I added just a little, maybe another teaspoon or so of barbecue sauce on top of the chicken, and I've popped it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. At that point, I think the chicken is going to be done. And this vegetable medley has finished cooking, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to move it off that heat so that it doesn't keep cooking. I don't want these to burn. All right, let me give you a look how delicious. Now, on top of these, just going to scoop the vegetables and put on top. All right, so there's all the veggies. Next, the bacon. And I'm just going to break the bacon and put a few pieces on top of each, a few halves. There's 2 pieces on top of that one. Here's 2 full pieces on top of that one, and then this last small one, just, it's only gonna have room about 1 1/4 piece. So there's that. Now, the fun stuff. Time for the cheese. Just sprinkling that over everything in the pan. Nice and cheesy. I turned the broiler on. Back this goes into the oven until the cheese melts. All right, the cheese is nice and melty. Look at that. Oh man, I cannot wait to eat dinner. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry just from looking at this. All right, let's see if I can scoop out one of the chicken breasts and just take a look at it. Ooh, look at that cheese. Oh, amazing. Okay, the vegetables are trying to come off the side. I missed some of my green peppers and mushrooms. Let me get those and add to it. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, here it is. I'm going to give it a taste before dinner just so that you can see how it turned out. Small piece of chicken. Let's get some of the pepper. Both of the peppers, a little bit of mushroom, and a little bit of bacon. There we go. All right, that's every little bit of everything. I think oh, and a piece of onion. Okay. All right, there's everything. There's the chicken, the bacon, the mushroom, the peppers, and the onion with the barbecue sauce that it was cooked in. This is so good. This is delicious. A little smoky. Everything just complements and blends together so well. I love it. I know my family's going to love it, and I think yours will too. As always, the full recipe is in the description box below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and ring that notification bell so that you find out every time I upload a new video to YouTube. Thanks for watching. God bless.